Great and beautiful afternoon, morning, and evening to you, wherever you are joining me at this hour. I say welcome to 132 edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. The oscillation in the market has continued today. As we speak now, we can also see mixed trend all over the market across the globe. Right now, at this hour, we're also seeing that the global stock market open missed as investors continue to fidget about rising inflation and no rate hike and the fear of recession risk. Just as uh, these factors also at the same time that is not driving the market up and down. In this second half, is also another big force or that will create money for designing investor. That means as market is oscillating, that is why volatility is also very, very important. As it's causing fear, anxiety here and there, people panicking. In the same trend that is moving up and down will also create wealth for those that know how to work to trade technical analysis. That is why I say for technical traders, it takes advantage of this market. But still, this is the time also market the risk in the market is high because of the volatility in the market. And this volatility is driven by what news from left and right concerning central banks of the world hiking rates, fear of demand that will affect crude oil price, fear of demand also, fear of China, the second largest economy having some hitches now, even though when they have kind of those out some stimulus to the market in terms of package, still at the standing lockdown in major cities of of that territory of that environment, that's also reflecting on economic data that is emanating from this climate. For me as an investor or trader, I'll continue to advise that let your stop loss, your entry and exit continue to guide you in any market you are trading because the fear of a rate hike has impact on all the investment windows. You can see that even the crypto market, you can see that it's continuing to decline because of fear of demand and fear of rate hike that is expected from the central banks. In few weeks to come because of the meeting will be coming, and also also on month of August, consumer price index. These are the factors that are also driving the market up and down. But the good thing is that as an investor, you know value stocks because when these value stocks are where your eyes should be at this point because those growth stocks because of rate hike this is going to affect to their prospect of what the access of fund to because they are growth stock that are have potential of running fast because of what but high cost of inflation rate high cost of interest will have impact on growth stock much that will also kind of hamper their work, their activities at this time. Their growth we're expecting, the earnings that will come from them because of high cost of what of fund. For me, investors should look at sectors and industries where you see that yes, there are potential for them to make money in terms of the value stocks and those leaders in that industry. This is how to invest at this point because in all this field, there's always what opportunity to make money as an investor. Economic data emanating from US Eurozone and China are missed as recent US S and IM indicator or indices or data that came look a bit up. That means a little improvement in that data that reveal that yes, production activities within the service sectors and others are looking up gradually ahead of the forecast. A big forecast about a 55 point, then the real figure is about a 56 point something. You can see that it's ahead of the forecasted figure. That but why that of eurozone and the China environment or that look weak as we speak now. These are the factors that if the second largest economy is experiencing lockdown here and there, these are also fear that the demand for oil, as mentioned earlier, will be hampered, and that's why I think that oil price continue to oscillate. As we speak now, oil price are hit are pulled back to hit almost a 7 months low. That is, around there before the price before the invasion of Ukraine by Russia. But as we speak now, there is kind of a rebound or a retracement in oil price to trade before it had touched as low as $91.47. But as we speak now, this price has a kind of retraced up to trade at this moment at $93.45 per barrel at this hour. Tell that this oscillation in oil price is also as a way of also affecting the movement of prices of stocks and goods and services. And if oil price go back as per as a what we call a pre invasion of uh, of Ukraine and 7 months low, it tells you that this has the war also impacting commodity price and other cost of production. But now that there's a bounding back, if it can remain below that, good for the global economy, that will also reduce cost of energy. But also don't forget that what is happening in Europe as a lot of I said it yesterday about the capping of Russia oil price. This also continue to keep that zone, euro zone, very, for me, a zone that people are saying that yes, it was going to affect a lot of activities there if Russia go ahead and say close the float to that area. That becomes a big problem and a big challenge. But we are seeing that these activities up and down will continue to influence price of crude oil up and down. But for those that are designing investor or trader, this movement of up and down will always guide you so far, or you have it at your fingertip that you are top loss. And also, if you see that the market is so volatile for you to trade now, you can also hold cash and watch to see the right time to jump in. You must not be in all trade at this moment, because the way the market is going is only the equity market you can use help to what to edge against the inflation, as to speak. Yes, you can see that if you come back home here, if you look at what is happening in our economy down here in Nigeria, you can see that even if you look at where the treasury bill and other fixed income bond is going, I think I can see around the 12.9 for treasury bill or bond, around the 13, 14. And if inflation also, as we're expecting, the figure hit at high as 21, you can see what is going to be on those portfolio or those investment. That's why, as an investor, you continue to look at how you can navigate here and there in what you are doing, so that you can be what in a better position. As we speak now, US market indices are up. All the trading indices, Dow Jones, S&P, and NASDAQ are in green, while Europe markets are down. From England, UK, look of Germany, and also others are also down now as we speak now. While Asia and now Africa remain mixed. As we speak now, NGS trade in red, but it opened this morning in green. But at this hour, that adjusted slightly to red position. We believe that before the market close, don't forget that today we have seen a markdown of Zenith Bank for the 30 coupon trade dividend, and that of Stampic Habit 151 dividend. This is also part of what is also pulling the market down. But as we speak, we expect that the market adjusted down yesterday, because consider yesterday we saw a pullback on our market, because market has come down because of what we saw profit taking or sell out or sell off in what in stock like at Africa, GT code, even GT code would result in we saw a little pullback in the price. Zenith Bank and the that of Stamp that was adjusted this morning. But before we go detail into our live market, we want to look at as market is oscillating. I think this is the time investors should continue to learn how to use what, learn how to trade or use chart to what to take the short. That means you need to look the way of technical analysis, because this is one of the important investing or trading skill that investors should learn at this moment, not only for this hour, and go into the future, because I will encourage that you must know how to combine what your fundamental and your technical analysis at any given time, so that you know exactly when to buy and when to sell stock. But I will say that if you come back home, most of the investors or traders in our market here will know when to buy, we don't know when to sell. Yes, when you see numbers like as we are seeing now, these numbers are looking good. You want to quickly take advantage that, oh, earnings are good. Is that the right price for you to buy, or is that the right price to sell? You don't know, because you're not taking analysis. Because you see the earnings good, you should look at technical to see what is the sentiment, what is the psychology of people behind that stock at that particular time. That will inform whether you should jump in. Earnings are good. These are what price feed on. We agree. But at what price? Are you buying at the wrong time? That even when results come, no, that is where price start coming down, because you didn't look at your chart to see if whether it's at the overbought region. You don't want to. That is why having skill or learning how to how to chart or how to read your chart. That means technical analysis is very, very important. And I will say that there is what we call contemporary technical analysis as to speak now. And these are what is functioning. The classical technical analysis that we have learned before, books that were written 50 years ago, 20 years ago. With the trend that we're seeing in the market changing, everything changing, you need to take from that we read and apply to recent happenings. And that means you need to take a step further, so that you will be entering the market when the market has turned down. Because if you look at what I wrote last week on Monday, that market has formed a double top, that we are waiting for a reversal, and yesterday we saw the reversal But if you're on that different, okay, there's a breakout already. Let me jump in. And you are jumping at that time, you can see market coming down. You need to understand what is the state of the market, what is technical analysis telling you, what is the sentiment, what is the volume at that point to know. But if you look at the chart here, look at it here. You can see when it touch here, it touches here. That is a what called a double top. But we are looking to see what will happen. And you can see that even when it pull back on what? On a low, no, on a low volume compared to the volume we saw the previous day. You need to ask yourself, if then that is a pull, that means it is not activities of institutional investors. These are activities of retail investors and novice investor in the market. Now that means you need to ask yourself, should I hold my position, in the market now, or because of market have closed down the T line, should I start running? These are the things that you ask yourself in this kind of a situation. That's why having that knowledge of how to reach out is very, very important. You can greatly improve your stock piece and trade using using technical analysis to know exactly when to buy. Because now that we're experiencing a down market, we're seeing a bear and a bull market coming up and oscillation. You need to know how to take advantage of the chart to know exactly when to jump in and when to sell your stock to protect to protect your profit and at the same time to protect yourself from big loss of your capital. Once you're able to do this, it go a long way to help you when you are taking your investment decision. Yes, making money in stock market or stock trading, have to, as I said earlier, you have to combine your technical analysis and your fundamental. Once you're able to do this, you are good to go. And in reading charts, just like I was going to show you here now, in reading charts, you need to know exactly where is the direction of the chart, where is the movement. Because I will say that there is one thing that is very important in market. Even though you want to buy or you want to sell, you want to know the direction of the market. A seller wants to see a market that is going up, an uptrend market so that he can sell into a high market. While a buyer wants to look at a market that is trending down so that he can see when to buy at a low price and sell high. It depends who you are in the market. Are you the one selling? Are you a long-term investor? Are you an institutional investor? We all look at this chart to see the psychology of people playing the market. After you have seen the fundamental of this company. That is why as beginner or even as people that are looking at how to use technical analysis, you must look at what is trend, and that is why you see this uptrend. This is a trend that shows that the market is going up, and somebody that bought here would like to sell at this point because it's an uptrend. But somebody that did not enter at this point, or even somebody that sold at this point again, are taking profit, is waiting for this stock to also this chart to start looking down, and this is what we call an uptrend because this trend. Sorry, let me so that you can understand what I'm saying. Let me pick okay. This is an uptrend because this is below the line we are seeing here. That is why it's an uptrend. But when you pick this trend and see that the trend line is above the either the indicator or price action or index action, tells that this is a downtrend. You can see here, this is an uptrend, this is a downtrend. And market has this uptrend and downtrend. These are the first thing you need to look at when you want to learn how to reach out. You see, this is an uptrend. But from this point, here you can see that market was experiencing what we call side trending movement here. You can see the market didn't go up from here to here. From this point to this here, market was side trending. You can see what we call it a technical analysis consolidation. Market consolidation. After it has come up from this point, here it's an uptrend. At this point, you can say this phase of the market is what we call distribution phase. Here is the markup phase, just like here is markup. At this point, market is in a decline. But at this point, so you can say market at this point here to here is around the distribution phase of the market. You need to understand where the market is at any given time so that it will help you to make informed decision. Once you're able to do this, that is the simplest way to start making the technical analysis simple for you to read. Once you're able to know this, the trend is what will guide you. Like people say in technical analysis that trend is your friend. But we Investdata, I believe that what is trend is trend, the friend of a good trader or investor is volume. Yes, the trend can go up and down and tell you, but volume also can tell you exactly what is happening. That's why, as we say, trend is your friend in technical analysis. But why so believe that in Investdata, we believe that volume is your friend. Volume is your friend because this is what you need to know. Now that you know that the market is on a side trend, on a sideway, like you call it the consolidation or sideway movement, or this is an uptrend, or we'll see what a decline trend as the chart is playing. And also you need to understand the numbers, the lines we are seeing in the chart. What does all those lines in the chart, what does they stand for? These are lines and something we are seeing in the chart. You need to understand what they stand for so that you'll be able to what to make meaning of those lines you are seeing. They are very, very important. Here we are seeing that this was index action. This what they learned. I believe by now, but I really want to refresh you so that you understand how to use this technical analysis better, when you are trading. The lines you are seeing here, this one here is volume. When I come live to look at the market, we'll be calling on other indicators, but this one you are seeing here is volume. That means the volume to tell you, because each candlestick here, either you are using it for a day, you are using it for weekly, for 1 hour, each candle represents one day. Then if you are using it for 1 hour, each candle represents one hour. If you are using it for one week, each candle represents one week. And this will tell you the activities of buyers and sellers for that day in that one candlestick. Whether you see it coming down, that means you have more sellers than buyers. We have more buyers. Then that is why in Investdata again, we do what we call sentiment report to tell you the activities behind what the price you are seeing. Because most time when price close, people say this price. You want to know what are the activities behind the price. Is it a buying sentiment or a selling sentiment? Is fund entering the market? These are what all those reports will tell you. When you have this at the back of your mind, you'll be able to make informed investment decision when you are reading a chart or when you are taking decision with chart. Well, I said earlier, this is the volume. But this line that is that you are seeing, this black line is giving us sign of what average traded volume. When you see that, anytime you see this line, either in red or blue, the green tells you that there's a buy volume. Then if you see the red, it says volume. But when it is above this black line, that means it's above the average traded volume. But once it's below it, you know that here is trading below average. These are the things that you used to know exactly what is happening. Like now, if you look at the volume as at yesterday that brought the market down, and look the volume the previous day, you can see that this volume on the previous day are lower volume. That's why it's a sell volume. You need to ask yourself, that means this volume is not anticipated. When you see a volume like this, you can see volume when the market change here. You saw a brief volume. This is that it's a sign that yes, the institutional investor are taking position in this market, or anything, either portfolio managers, or call them mutual fund managers or PFAs. When you see volume, it says that this is a high volume to all this place. But also you can see even when the market was actually, you are seeing volume, but price is not going up, nothing is happening. You can all this way the market was even almost trading a near average, but see price at accumulation stage. But when you see a market, you can see what happened here. The market start going up, you can see that volume change. You can see that volume was above average. All this while the market was rallying up. You can see it here. These are the things you need to look when you are looking at chart, so that you can make informed decision. And also, if you don't have chart, you can also contact us Investdata that you install all the software in your system, so that it will also go a long way to guide you, so that you at all times can know what is happening in the market. Even I tell you that 10 minutes is enough for you to look at the chart before you go into trading for the day, because it's going to guide you a lot to know exactly what to do with the market. That's why I tell you that as traders, as investors, you must know how to look at what your chart to know where it's going and where it's not going. This price action or index action we're seeing is attitude of people in the market. Yet you need to understand the structure, and that's why you need to know, is it the different names of this candle and the behavior. You saw this thick blue candle here, and also it was a green day, and it's not like this one. That means market rally even to beat the last bear situation. Even when you're trying to, and this was the formation of this candlestick here, the market is going down. You saw a hammer formation. What does this sign? What the sign that it give you as an investor or trader? These are the things you need to know to combine with your fundamentals, so that at the end of the day, you need also to know the history behind the volume you are looking at. That history also tell you whether this history will sustain. Because when there's institutional investor, there's a sign. That's why I say the volume will tell you history. That's why I say volume is your friend. As people say trend is your friend in technical analysis, I believe most in technical analysis that also volume is for me is the best friend. If trend is your friend, the best friend in the technical analysis should be volume, because volume will speak a lot of things to you to know exactly what you are doing with your position or with the chart you are watching, so that you know exactly what is happening. You can also call other indicator, other lines like moving average and all those stuff, which when we come to live class, we also look at them also, so that you see how these are the things that you consider when you are looking at looking at the market. For today, we'll stop here, in how to read the chart, how to look at the chart, and also look at the technical analysis. The simple way you can look at it, what is happening, and also for those that really want more, you can also order for the what we call an Investdata technical toolbox, so they can get more information on how to use individual indicators and all that. We're also putting more on the new site, so that you can have access to them when we are done and launch that site. You can see how all these things is used as explained in detail. I tell you that the contemporary technical analysis is what you need now compared to just following book and what you read online. You need to know exactly how to apply it. In those videos we are putting up there, you see how to so that you will be caught in the web with the trend we are seeing in the market. This is how to go trading. Yes, let me remove all this one here now. Let me remove this. Take away this handle. This line. Okay, let's leave the trend lines down. It's fine, no problem. Then I want to look at the state of the market as we speak now. If you look at the market now, currently where the market is, I see that market is also as we speak slightly down, as I've said earlier, marginally down. Market is trading at 49,636.32 basic point, and down by 8.6 0 point, then it represent about 0.001% down. Market is slightly down. But if you look at the market breadth at this moment, I've said market is positive market breadth. And we are seeing a mixed trend now in the market, as I've said earlier. We are seeing seven gainers against just three losers at this hour. As market proceed, meaning that this afternoon we expect to see more participants in the market. That also might change the trend of the market as we go to the future, to the trading day. Sorry, to the trading day. As we speak now, we have name insurance leading the pack of beginners, followed by ABC Transport. You can see Japan Gold, Coronation Insurance, which is a Wapik Insurance. You can see Cornerstone Insurance. Then other ones I can see there, you can see that MTN is marginally up to about just either 10 kobo or 20 kobo. Then life of Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank was marked down this morning. Zenith Bank and as I said it earlier, marked down and the Stanbic. As we speak, it has gained back about 20 kobo. You can see that the things you look at. That means if you are taking position, you are taking it at 30 kobo dividend. Now the price has gone up again. Depends on the market sentiment going to the future. That also see if the price will rebound fully from here, but it's a good move for Zenith Bank. After markdown, it take back almost 20 kobo as we speak at this hour from the markdown. That is a good one. That means at the price, many investors, but we're not seeing value, but investors or traders assume that price at markdown was possible for them to start taking position ahead of what the full year dividend that will come in what in December at the end of the year. You see, it's a good one to look at this market at this time. Then for the loser side, we see that Dangote, Sugar, UBA, and Fidelity. And this morning, Fidelity notified the exchange of extraordinary meeting with the shareholder. That means, and also there's a plan for them to raise funds, either private placement or what they want to do. We know that Fidelity just released results and also notified the exchange of intention not to acquire 100% of Union Bank, UK, which is good, but the outcome of the extraordinary meeting was also give the thing what well. Don't forget that this when a company is looking for funds to expand, shareholders of that company should value because that means they are seeing something tangible potential that will also boost the end. That's why when there is high interest rate, people, investors or sorry, companies would like to work to go to way of either raising funds through their shareholders so that will be cheaper for them, or going to way of either commercial paper or another way. Just like yesterday too, we saw MTN also bringing publication that they want to raise fund again. It's also because if you are seeing what will impact your bottom line and you are taking fund to expand it and you establish the fund, for me it's good. That means you are expanding your business for what? For good. For me, that should not send any bad signal to any investor in the market. That is how it should be. But if you look at the top trade as we speak now, we are seeing in ETI leading the top trade, followed by Zenith Bank, GT Code, Mutual Benefit, and UBA. These are the top trade in the market as well. And I tell you that volume is very, very important, and volume is your friend when it comes to technical analysis. Yes, trend is your friend, but I say the best friend is what is a volume. Why trend is your friend? Because everybody wants to make money, whether in the up down, in the uptrend or downtrend, but give you and also insight what is happening in the market for you to know. But volume will tell you exactly what is the attitude of behavior. Are you seeing institutional investor? Are you seeing retail investor? Is this volume, is the trend you are seeing, is it going to be sustained or going to reverse? It will, it will tell you more in the volume transaction you are going to see when you are reading your chart, and which we have done in that technical toolbox to give you more details on how to read your chart. But I believe that at this time now, the market is in this situation. We are seeing that market has made lower high before now. Now trying to make lower highs, lower low. Sorry, now making lower highs. But we saw a pullback yesterday because we saw so many blue chip stocks drop yesterday, and also reflected in the volume in the sentiment report that we have about 99% sell position. The thing is that people were more taking profit or selling off, and also I said it earlier that the month of September come with a lot of what, a lot of expectation. We're looking at to see the the inflation figure for August. We're looking to see the any season that will come in October. We're also looking at to see the NPC meeting, the outcome of NPC meeting, and what is also happening globally. Why also, we need to look away attractively from the political environment, being pre-election year. But I've said it earlier yesterday that pre-election year won't impact much on the market because the players in the market are indeed people that are residing in the market. It is when we have a foreign investor that we can find, but it's something that I can also put as a factor when we are looking at what is happening. And don't forget that this time, I said yesterday again, that in the month of September, we expect that parents pay more school fees for their children. That also will lead to them to sell their position more. But you see, when you see all these British stocks down, it is not because the company has gone sour. It's because people are selling to meet one another. That's why I said you as a trader should have your schedule, your entry and exit strategy, so that when you enter position, you saw that you touch your enter touch your stop loss, you can actually exit for a trader so that you can protect your capital to know exactly when to use this capital. This is what we expect to do in the market. As to speak now, I want to call up our indicators. Like I said, that you must understand the lines you are seeing in any chart. That will help you to know exactly what is happening. Now we're calling up let's use a stochastic indicator let's go to stochastic. I want to bring it up to see what is telling us now in the market, so that the first one that will give you smart information or signal to know exactly what to do. Equally also, we're calling up our money flow is very important. I don't joke with it. Money flow and the exponential moving average exponential 8, which is our signal line. Yes, you can see the signal line even with the trend line that's still here. You can still see the signal line as we speak now. If you look at this point now, let's zoom that last page here, the last yes, you can see now that as we speak, the market is trading what below the T line. You can see yesterday pulled back below the T line, which is a sign of what, if you are in position or you are in the market, you can easily just hold on to what, to exit position. After exiting position, you now know when to come back to the market again. But market is trading below the T line. It tells you that at this point, as a trader investor, you need to what, to take profit now and what. But for those that are really in position that nothing is happening in the market, you don't need to panic. What you just do, just as market have broken down the T line, watch the trend. But the volume that market break down the two line yesterday was very small. Tells that breakdown was as a result of what, of those big caps or the blue chips company as we speak. That is why you need to keep your eyes toward the market today. But already as we speak, market is trading below the T line. But we now look at other indicators in the market to see what are they saying. Are they in the same direction? But if you come back now and look at your volume, we're seeing a small volume even at this point again. The market is slightly below the T line. Then volume has confirmed that is low, but our momentum indicator tell us market is on the right trend. You can see that momentum started weakening already after it had moved from oversold period here to almost overbought return again in this small time. And that is coming down again. That is also will guide you what to do in the market at any given time. That's why the market has different phases, also the economy, and so technical analysis have also different phases to guide you to know exactly where is the market. And that is why anytime you want to trade, you want to look at your chart to know exactly what is happening in the market. But for me, it's a good one that was confirmed the signboard. Also, if you look at what we are seeing here down, but the blue one is almost making a kind of a U-turn to see why money flow has gone down, but also turning up at this hour again on this a day chart. can see that the money flow is also looking up. And why we are seeing a kind of a reversal here gradually, why money flow are start looking up after pulling back down yesterday, we are seeing it up. Even when the market is slightly in red. But as speak now, market is also looking at that region to see what the market is doing now. This will also go a long way to tell us what the market is doing. For me, I believe that market is likely also at the point of turning green marginally here again at this hour. But then look at a 1 hour chart to tell us what exactly the market doing on 1 hour chart. 1 hour we confirm that fund is looking down. No, that means fund is reading down more. Money for below 20 to 12. I can see telling us that market is down here. And when you see market at this level and this on a 1 hour chart, the signal that is that any moment from now we might be seeing up market, seeing a kind of a little turn up in money flow. I'm not surprised. This oscillator telling us on the 1 hour chart is down, and this is a 1 hour chart that will give you faster information. That means if market is down at this level, you're thinking of when is the market going to go up very soon. And that is why I said in this month of September we expect the market to oscillate. But I'm thinking that towards the end of the month, that is also when we're expecting the MPC meeting. We might see a turnaround in the market. Don't need to panic. The market is still very okay. But this for 1 hour chart. Yes, for quick one, because of our time, we look at what is happening in ETI that we're seeing volume now this morning. But to look at we know exactly what is happening in what has happened in Zenith Bank after markdown. We're seeing a rebound. You can look at the Zenith Bank chart. Is it going to sustain GTCR chart? But we're looking forward to see that of UBA. And UBA is on the decline chart now. But we want to look at what is happening in UBA. That permits us to look at the NEM insurance. This company has sustained an uptrend all these days. But we'll look at despite profit taking activity we're seeing, it's still maintaining an uptrend. Quick one, let's look at what is happening in ETI. Topping the chart. Sorry, let's look at what is happening in ETI. ETI on the 1 hour chart, you can see that it had a green here, but up down. You can see that it's also coming down now, and you can see that the momentum indicator is somewhere at the oversold region. You can see it here. You keep your eyes. And money flow is still strong. At around 85, 86. Good one for the stock. But let's look at a day chart for ETI. Is it losing at this point? Yeah, this stock has tried to make an uptrend today, but pull back again to trade below above the T line, flat on the T line, has not broken down. I can see that the momentum indicator is still strong, does not show sign of weakness, but still up. But money flow is telling us that fund is not entering the and when fund is not entering that means this momentum indicator we're seeing might likely give way to the way of money flow. It depends on what happens before the end of trading today or as for tomorrow again to see. But we can see that here it tried to rally up today, but we can see that it's still down where it opened when it opened at 11, come down to that 11 again. It is going to know what is happening at this time of stock. Yes, GT code result is out. Let's look at GT code chart again. Has anything changed? Because yesterday you know that it was among also losers yesterday. Let's check first of our time what is happening in GT code. GT code on a day chart, you can see it's still weak, but yet to cross above the T line. This is a daily chart for the stock, and you can see that it's still or at oversold region to give sign that this is the time you can start looking the world GTB because of where it is now. You can see the different momentum we're seeing, but now almost at that point, the next thing to try looking up, whatever is happening now, we expect the stock to enter this shaded point to move up. Also, money flow is trying to also look up slightly here. If you look at it very well, let's keep our finger crossed forward for the stock. Let's look at 1 hour chart for GT code. For this is a day chart we're looking at. And 1 hour chart is slightly below what the T line as we speak to trade around the around the 1985 as we speak, 95.87. Both on the 1 hour chart is still low. It's a sign that the upside potential is there depending on market sentiment and also information that comes subsequently from the world from the bank. Quick one, look at UBA, and the lastly look at NEM insurance because of our time. UBA. United Bank of Africa on the 1 hour chart is trading below the T line. You can see for this hour, I try to move from here. You can see for this 1 hour chart. I told you that any candle that represents 1 hour position or movement on the stock. You can see it as down, up. You can see that we have red and green here. But see on the oversold region, front is still very low at 1 hour 1 hour chart. Let's look at the day chart on the stock. On the day chart, try to resist decline here with the chart kind of formation we're seeing here, and that's a good move. You can see what the stochastic is trying to confirm. Once the blue line cross the red up, that is also a sign of movement. And money flow still remain a bit stable. That's why I'm looking at to trade above 50 point. Money flow for me is a strong one for UBA, and UBA does break down the T line like the day go, but I think that almost trading flat on it with a kind of a resistance candlestick we are seeing here that we need to also watch as market proceed for the rest of the day. And finally, let's look at the 1 hour chart for of the stock. The 1 hour chart we have seen. So let's look at now at NEM Insurance. NEM Insurance is one of the insurance companies that have that keep performing the market in terms of performance. NEM Insurance. Look at NEM Insurance. Yes, name insurance on a 1 hour chart, you can see that it's still strong here. That maintain, you can look at still then above the T line, and you can come and see that the forecaster tell us here that one, that the blue one is still looking up, that the momentum is still strong. You can see looking up, which is good. Money flow is looking up on a 1 hour chart, strong to read almost 70, almost 78 to 78%, which is good. Point, sorry, not percent. But let's look at the daily chart to also confirm the trend. On the daily chart, you can see that it's trading above the T line. Good one, and you can see the momentum indicator remain at even at oversold region, but still we're seeing a good momentum. And fund is just trying to look up again above 65, 60. Let's look and watch. For me, it's a good one. After you can see what the stock did here, it's a trend for here on the daily chart before you can see try to resist decline. But once it tests the T line, you can see that it bounce back, test the T line, it cross down the T line, but up again. You can see today we're seeing it. To cross it before the previous day. Yesterday we saw it in green. Today it's also opening in green. That's what we are seeing. Also, like I said, look at the chart. These are different lines if you understand and what they stand for to guide you when you are taking your decision as a chart trader or technical trader. Yes, we say thank you for your time today, our time investment. Yes, look forward to see you tomorrow, Thursday. But I said the masterclass who are really fully on ground preparing for that so that you can start registering online as from today. You can go to our site and say that is there. You can start registering for those that are that are already members of buy and sell signal, and not those that attend our Q&A. You know what we normally do for you when we're doing masterclass. We'll be discussing more on the Q&A on Saturday. But for those that are in this class now, if you want to take advantage of paying taking a discount, you can still go ahead and pay the 45K because of your discount. But don't forget that it also expired or lapsed by 23rd of September. Look forward to see you in the masterclass. Then subscribe to our YouTube by Friday, hopefully by God's grace. We'll see another new videos I said from Analyst Hangout and other platforms so that you get more information on how to be guided in this oscillating market to take advantage and invest profitably. See you tomorrow and enjoy the rest of your trading day.